Guess I have to find another way in. Seeing a dead policeman must be bad luck. Really bad. The door won't budge. .38 revolver shell casing. That's the same I'm using. Three shots to the gut, one through the heart. Quick death. And it appears someone tried to help him, but all in vain.
Repeat the verse after me. Gnaya ilya ogn glui hastor fatharanek ungebunma.
As our material existence is not life, so our material destruction is not death. For this world is nothing more than just a play of lights and shadows, dwarfed to insignificance in the endless corridor of angles yielded by mirrors that reflect each other. Monade possesses the ultimate power of transforming the world. Thus, being added to an odd number, it turns into an even, and added to an even makes it odd. Pierre de Lalande, Repercussions and Reflections. Le Philosophe Inconnu, Selection of Maxims and Aphorisms. The bloodstains are still wet. This phone was used recently.
Wear this. Kill Vanderberg, and your sweet new wife won't get hurt.
Step right in, my friend. Let me welcome you in this humble abode of mine. Can't you see we are having a seance? What are you... Ah!
Police? Mr. Vanderberg has been shot! Please send help!
Okay, let's see what actually happened here.
Step right in, my friend. Let me welcome you in this humble abode of mine. Can't you see we are having a...
Police? Mr. Vanderberg has been shot!
Johannes Vanderberg was with a guest when the killer arrived and shot him. His visitor survived and used the phone to call the police.
Stop right there. Put your hands up and don't try anything stupid.
What? Why?
You're under arrest for the murder of Johannes Vanderberg.
And what if I don't comply?
My officers have your head in their sights. Itchy trigger fingers, the lot of them. You really want to give them an excuse.
Ah, point taken, sir.
Smart choice. Go ahead, men.
Rise and shine, Detective Reed. Hope you've enjoyed your stay.
Weren't you the man giving orders back at the Carpenter Manor? To what do I owe the pleasure?
You have an excellent memory, Reed. The name's Frank. Regardless, I'm here for you. Mr. Carpenter has put up your bail.
That's generous of Mr. Carpenter, but tell me, how did he know I was here?
The Carpenter family has a long and proud history of supporting the Oakmont Police Department. Let's just say they keep us in the loop.
I must confess...
Well, you helped Mr. Carpenter, and now he returned the favor. The Carpenter family always pays its debts.
I didn't kill anyone. Do you have any idea what's going on?
Of course you didn't do it, Mr. Reed. The witness must be mistaken.
No, seriously. I'm innocent.
Okay, sir. Mr. Carpenter wishes to see you. I suggest you take up the matter with him yourself.
Fine. Thank you.
You better start brown-nosing Carpenter. If it were up to me, we'd have already thrown away the key.
Sir, I didn't do a thing.
Oh, really, newcomer? Shall I read your record aloud?
Go ahead. I'm a good citizen.
A good citizen with a shotgun. People like you are best kept in jail, if not the asylum.
Does the record mention I'm a former asylum patient? Perhaps it's best to, tread lightly.
Former patient being the regrettable fact here.
You would do well to hold your tongue. I have seen things you wouldn't wish on your worst enemies. Electrocution, mutilation, drowning.
Sounds like they left things unfinished with you. If it'd help, I'll happily give you a dose of the electric chair.
You're not so good with people.
Men like you are why this city is a mess. You stroll the streets with a loaded gun, firing at innocent passers-by, and don't you dare deny it.
If I were you, I'd be careful how you speak to me. Just a few words to a few important people and you're out of a job. Keep that in mind.
I ain't impressed by your connections, Reed. Take 'em away, and you're nobody. Just remember, if it weren't for your powerful friends, you'd still be rotting in Oakmont jail. Don't waste my time.
Don't you have work to do?
A little blackmail, a little larceny, a worthwhile scrap or two. Just like the old days.
How you doing, handsome? Touch one hair on my head. In public.
Mr. Carpenter, glad to see you in good health.
Yeah, I'm glad too, kid. It was hard to make it here in one piece after all that turmoil. I never expected this from my own son.
I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, never mind. Nothing wine, women, and song can't fix. I'm still going strong, kid, if you know what I mean.
I wanted to thank you for bailing me out of jail. That was very helpful.
Yeah, sure, kid. But you must understand that your freedom ain't yet insured. They still have a witness against you. Milton Pierce. I can make sure the police swallow whatever I feed them. But I need some morsels to offer. You get me, kid?
You need evidence of my innocence.
Find the one to blame and let my taskmaster know. Old Brutus'll do the rest.
I didn't see Graham here. What happened to him?
I had to ensure my own survival, kid. I don't think you want to know more than that.
Who is this Milton Pierce?
Another rich rascal running for mayor. Nothing special. Just your typical Reed Heights scum.
Do you know where I can find him?
No idea, kid. From what I've seen...
Thank you.
Wait a second, kid. Take this. It's a fine tool for sticky situations. Make good use of it.
Will do. Thanks.
Yeah. Watch yourself, kid.
Don't start anything you can't finish, friend.
No, please. He's mad. He's completely mad.
Help me!
No!
Please!
Please, no! He's mad! He's completely...
I will remember. Beware! He's cursed!
What's your problem?
Help me!
Beware! He's cursed!
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit to print. Buy a paper, mister? Extra, extra. All the news that's fit to print. Buy a paper.
Mr. Reed, a question for you. Would you like to see your name on the front page of the most popular newspaper in Oakmont?
That all depends. The stories I've seen you cover, they're not exactly my kind of news.
Well, if you don't like them, this is your chance to make a difference. There's so much going on in this city that people need to know about. We need somebody out in the field.
Yeah, alright, sure. So what do you want me to look into? Monsters from the sea, giant rocks all over the city?
Nobody's interested in that kind of stuff anymore. We need something that'll sell. Gossip, scandals, you know, real news. The editor's got the latest lead. Why don't you go see him? He's upstairs. Oh, and don't forget your camera. You're gonna need it.
See you later. door won't budge. That's odd. Did the editor leave Yorick here in charge? Jimmy is nervous when you watch him work. Please don't. Helen. Hey, this journalism stuff isn't too far off from what I do. What's with the board, though? A map of leads?
Please!
This guy sure had some blood on his hands. Literally. He must be taking his election campaign very seriously. Is he planning to become the Prince of Oakmont, or is this just some light reading? Emptier than a banker's heart. Someone got changed here in a hurry. The shape is familiar. I've seen similar daggers before. definitely kept some dirty clothes here. You can see the blood splatter.
The blood was spurting out of him, Robert. Just spurting out. Oh, it's all over me. Ah, where's my dang tie? I should have been at City Hall by now. Voters won't meet and greet themselves. Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs?
Time to figure this out.
The blood was spurting out of him. Get these out of my... Ah, where's my dang tie? I should have been at City Hall by now. Voters won't meet and greet them. The blood was spurting out of him, Robert. Just get these out of my... Ah, where's my dang tie? I should have been at City Hall by now. Voters won't meet and greet themselves. The blood was spurting... Ah, where's my dang tie? Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs? The blood was spurting out of him, Robert. Just, get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs?
Milton Pierce came home covered in blood. He ordered his butler to take his clothes downstairs and went to meet voters at City Hall. Emptier than a banker's heart. He must be taking his election campaign very seriously. Based on past experience, leaving it here was not the best idea. The smell of blood can attract all sorts of unwanted visitors. Based on past experience, leaving it here was not the best idea. The smell of blood can attract all sorts of unwanted visitors.
Stop bothering me, newcomer.
Good day, Mr. Pierce. Bet you didn't expect to see me.
How are you here? You should be in jail.
I have good friends who bailed me out. I just want to talk.
Well, okay, if you wish.
You saw the real killer. Tell me who it was.
Want to know what I saw? I saw a bloody newcomer rush in, murder Johannes, and stroll out like it was no big deal.
You're certain it was a newcomer. How can you be so sure?
Trust me, Oakmoners know a newcomer.
Why did you claim I did it?
Excuse me? Why wouldn't I? A friend of mine was killed. Why should I let that go?
You know I didn't do it.
Quite the opposite, Reed. I saw your face. Or are you going to claim it wasn't yours?
You seem like a rational man, Pierce. Can't we come to an arrangement?
Are you attempting to bribe a politician, Mr. Reed? What makes you think I'd accept such an offer?
I'm sorry. I must be thinking of a different Milton Pierce.
But let me tell you, my beloved mother is so old and so rich. I'll miss her dearly when she's gone.
Well, that's a non sequitur.
Mr. Reed, how do I put this? I find my campaign hamstrung by a distinct lack of resources.
So it's about the money after all.
I fear that all the budget pressures are affecting my cognition. If the situation were improved, perhaps I'd see things more clearly. For instance, I might suddenly realize I'd mistaken you for someone else. You could even remind me of whom.
I could just kill you, you know.
Great idea. Kill the only witness while being investigated for murder. I'm sure the police will understand.
That's reasonable. But you're assuming, after all I've seen and done in this damn place, I still listen to reason.
Threatening a mayoral candidate. You truly are a newcomer.
How could you propose such a thing? Against your own mother, no less. You're a heartless monster. I won't do it.
Don't get emotional, Reed. Go for a walk, breathe the salty air, then picture your execution. Perhaps with some perspective, you'll reconsider.
I doubt it.
Whatever you say, sir. I'll just leave. And Reed, don't come back here after. You should be aware that you're threatening an important policymaker in this city.
Stop bothering me, newcomer.